is with an art group called one of the members of an art group called RudeBoyz Artworks. Now, they specialize in creating all kinds of art. Airbrush is one of their specialties. They do a lot of airbrush work, but they do 3D printing as well and a lot of other cool stuff. They've been in our area for a long time, and they have been like they have worked in Art Break for many years. Um, moved away and actually have moved back and reestablished, and now they have started a new artworks classroom that we discussed earlier. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys um, see that interview, and then during that interview, I will, of course, like I always do, have a small commercial break at some point. So just bear with me, and we'll finish up the interview from there. All right, you guys enjoy. Hello, I'm Brittany Hazelton, and this is Architects Artistry, where we explore the arts in our area. Today's guest has started our artworks classroom in our area. Well, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Nicola Ballard of RudeBoyz Artworks, and Artworks is an expansion of RudeBoyz Artworks.
Very nice. Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and just get started. Tell me a little bit about this new location that you guys have established.
Okay, well, we were doing art break, and we were doing, private classes for art, and then these art parties. And we thought, wouldn't it be great if there was a place where people could come daily and enjoy an art experience? So we started Artworks Classroom with the indication that we would teach what we do, which we're my husband and I, Keon, are both visual artists. He's an airbrush artist. I'm a visual artist and jewelry maker. And we have all these different mediums that we do. So we were like, let's do that in this space. And then after we started talking about it, we have all these friends that are artists who also could teach things. So we started
Nice.
bringing them in. So we have Shama, Charmel Lester,
Ah,
Brittany Shabazz, Karen LeBeau,
very nice.
Lee Torres, yeah, Ryan McCutcheon. Like there's a bunch of different artists who are going to come through and have a tutorial. So there'll be a daily, just walk in, do an hour of arts and crafts
Very
thing for
nice.
$10, and then there'll be tutorials with local artists.
Very nice. Yeah, I know a lot of those names you just mentioned. There's a lot of great like artists in this community, and I know that
Yes.
like our community is very networked. Like we're very interconnected with each other, and it's good to see something like this springing up because artists like us, we all need a place to kind of spread what we know. Kind of help each
Right,
other.
right.
And I think at the base, we're helping build the next group of artists that are gonna, emerge in our area and keep it strong.
Yeah.
All right.
And
So,
it's for families, so not just for kids. So a lot of people are like, "Oh, is it for kids? Can I bring my kids?" Yes, it's for kids, but it's also for adults. It's
oh yeah,
for seniors. It's for whole families to come, or a dad and a son, or a mom and a daughter, or vice versa,
oh yeah,
or two friends. It can be for anyone. We just need something else that we can do on a daily basis, besides all of the really cool things we already have going on,
yeah.
but that's inexpensive. It's fun. You learn something new, and everybody can be creative.
Yeah, my thing about it is like, also you're learning a skill. And, it can be like
Right.
any other skill. You can earn a living from it if you get good enough at it. And if the classes are cheap, why not take that opportunity to maybe learn something that you never know could benefit you in the long run? Um,
Yes, and also we like to say it's a coping skill, especially the
yeah.
coloring. We're doing coloring therapy where you get to color. We
Oh,
draw all these different cool characters, and you get to color them. With the crocheting is if you have like anxiety, or if you are a person who has like ADHD, you can use the crocheting as a tool to fidget with your hands, but also make something.
yeah, I have a friend of mine. His name's Tatum. He was stressed and a lot, and he was dealing with a lot of things. And one day he's just like, Well, he's the type of person that can like pick up a skill very quick and like
Oh
master it
yeah.
very quick. He's like, I'm gonna start crocheting now. And he started crocheting, and I have never seen someone crochet as quick as him. He can crochet an entire blanket in a week, and I'm like, I have no idea how you do it, but he like is a master. And for
Yeah.
him though, like out of all the things he's learned, crocheting is the one thing he's consistently kept. Like he always like skips around on things he does, and so I can tell, it's definitely something that helps him therapeutic wise. You know,
I
the
think
taking.
master artists do that. Master
Yeah.
artists skip around because Keon, he can sew, he can paint, he can build things. So also we'll be doing rug tufting. So we'll have the
Oh,
smaller frames for rug tufting, and then the people will be able to come in and use the tufting guns and tuft.
that's cool.
There's a lady who's kind of gonna come do clay earrings. So she has a little thing that you do with the clay so that you can flatten it out and make the clay earrings. We have a lady who's coming in September. She'll be doing jewelry as well.
That's
So there's so many different types of art. So if you can get them all in one place, experience them for a little or nothing, or at a fair rate for the tutorials, of course, because the artists will get paid.
yeah,
Um, I just think that would be so cool. We just need the people to know that we're here and to kind of engage
yeah.
so that it becomes viable. Yeah.
So yeah, let's talk about your location. You're off of Joella, correct?
Right. We're at 5714 Joella Avenue. It's right across the street from Checkers. It is an
Nice.
underserved neighborhood,
It
but
is.
we feel like this neighborhood needs that jolt, and it's the heart of the city.
Yeah, it really is. I feel like that area needs something to come to revitalize itself.
Hmm.
There's so
Hmm.
many. There's properties and buildings over there that could be utilized for things, and I'm glad that
Yes.
you decided to establish your location in that area. So tell us a little bit about the building that you're in. You mentioned something to me before the
So
interview.
yeah, the really cool thing. So the gentleman who owns the building is a legacy owner. So his father and uncle owned it previously before
Oh
him,
wow,
and it was a Italian grocery store,
wow.
and it also was a gas station at one time. So I know a little bit about the history of the building, but I'm real excited about what he wants to see because he's like he really wants because it's air property for them, and he really wants to see it come back to life and revitalize. On the
Oh,
other end of the building, there are other tenants on the other end of the building. There is a appliance store and a thrift store, and the two suites to the right of us. But we are Rude Boys in the middle, and then Artworks on the end.
oh, very, very nice. So tell me a little bit about Rude Boys. That's something that you've been doing for a while now. When did that start for you?
Uh, we started in 2010. And we started in out of a house in this neighborhood, and we do a lot with Shrek. So at that time the Shreveport Regional Arts Council was doing a thing called Unseen, and we started doing these
Yeah.
airbrush jackets in Unseen in a
Oh,
parade. And then we did the entrepreneurship class, and we built on our skill set through Shrek and through we probably done 15 years of art break
oh
easy.
wow.
Then we moved to Buffalo. I'm from Buffalo originally. And so my husband and I moved to Buffalo, and we opened our first storefront there in Buffalo through a program called the Queen City Pop Up, which was like an incubator initiative that helps small
Oh,
businesses launch from at home to brick and mortar. During the
okay.
pandemic, so we were there in Buffalo all the way up until the pandemic. So probably about 2012 to 2020. And we came back because my grandfather moved here with General Motors in the 80s, and he was here alone.
Oh,
So, and I also have an older son who lives here as well. So we came back to see about my grandfather. He said he was fine, but he ended up passing
oh,
right after the pandemic. And then we decided to stay, after that. And I have roots here, living here in the 80s and the 90s. And my
yeah.
husband's family also moved here from somewhere else. So we have a genuine love for Shreveport and the arts
Oh.
community.
Well, I'm glad that you guys came back. and established
Yes, we
here.
are so excited. We're so excited. We're so excited to help the community. We're excited to help the artists to give them another avenue. There's a couple more artists just down the street from us, and they've been doing a Little Brown Market. It's CC Does It. It's
Ah,
just down the street from us. So we are creating a whole, like area for arts right here
well, that's
in this
wonderful.
area.
That's wonderful to hear. I think we need more areas and spaces for creatives to come and work and
Yes.
do things. It's something that's growing more and more in Shreveport, and I love to see it. Um, so, so let me see. You already told me what workshops are going to be. I wanted to ask you, how important does it feel to is it to you to provide art lessons to a community in general?
Um, well, my personal passion is art. I've been working in the arts over 20 years. So this is who I am. I mean, I eat and breathe art, all forms of art, all different types of art. So being able to provide a space for local artists is just something that comes natural to me.
Yeah.
And I really wanted it to be an experience. Kind of when people come and they get airbrushing from us, it's usually memorial stuff. We allow them to see it online after they order. We make it a whole experience.
Yeah.
We say that their piece is a family heirloom now when they get a painting on clothes from us. So we want that same experience here in Artworks. We want that same. You come in, you bring your family, you have some snacks, you guys paint something, you talk, and you put the devices down. You stop, playing the video games and texting. There's nothing wrong with that, but then you still need to have balance
There
and
still
a
needs to
time when
be
families and friends come
Yeah,
together.
there still needs to be human
Yeah.
connection, right? And I feel like that's a
Yes.
big thing that is
Yes.
lost on our nowadays is we're so face first in
Yeah.
screens. I mean, I'm a gamer, but I feel like a lot of people are so focused and that's all they look at is a screen all day. It's like you got to look at an
Well,
actual
it's great
person.
if you do it with your family.
Yeah, but
Yeah, if you are talking to your family while you're gaming, that's great.
oh yeah,
Because we do game night with our family too, but we may have game night here. We may have a screen
yeah,
here where you can do that while well, there's so many ways that we can share this experience.
oh yeah.
And we just want to make sure that people know that it's here and that it's available to them. Starting as soon as Thursday, September the 4th, is our first
Okay,
crochet class
very
from
nice.
5 to 7. It's These are intimate classes. They're 10 people or less.
Okay, not
And
bad.
Charmel Lester will be the first teacher. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen Charmel's stuff consistently over the years. I'm glad that she's getting involved in that too. All right, guys, here's a short commercial break, and then we'll get right back to the interview. So, when you were a child, were you an artist? Did you create?
Yes. Funny story. When I went to Turner 1 year, I went to private school and then Turner when I moved here. And at Turner, I actually drew on people's clothes with washable markers. These all these really
Oh.
cool hip hop sayings, and then they could take them home and say, "Oh, well, mom, it's washable markers," so they didn't get in trouble for drawing on their clothes, and also so that I could get them to come back again and get something else next time.
Oh, so almost like a little temporary tattoo artist, but for clothing.
Yes,
that
yes.
that's cute. I used to draw all the time when I was a child, mostly like imagining up like stories and worlds, and I would draw the creatures or
Oh yeah.
illustrate the adventures. When I was in first grade, I was drawing a lot of animals, and they loved it. Like they were always impressed that I put 4 feet, 4 legs on the animals as opposed, and I would put them in
Oh, that's
like
so
behind
cool.
it. So they were like, "Wow, she's look how good she does. She actually has like full anatomy." And they
Yeah.
put they I was at a private school, so they were like, "Oh, put it in the principal's office," and they full framed it and everything. And they were really
That's great
the
though.
the nuns were
But that
always really sweet to
experience
me.
made you want to be an artist, right? That you felt valued.
Oh yeah, I did. It was something I definitely needed as a child. I think art was kind of my escape from a lot of things when I
Mhm.
was when I was at that young of an age, and even today it's kind of my escape from the realities of life that are surrounding us today.
Oh yeah.
So I think that's a lot of what artists like us do. It's what we
Oh yeah.
need.
I think that the art is how I stay sane. Honestly, after having cancer and surviving that, this is my go-to. Like, this is what healed me.
Yeah, I can
So,
definitely understand. It's what healed me as well. But
yay. So hopefully we can pass that on. I'd love to have you come do some art over here too.
oh, that'd be wonderful. I would like to do that sometime. Me and my husband, we he's a photographer, and I
Oh,
myself am a multidisciplinary, multi mixed media artist. So I do a little bit of a lot of things: acrylic painting, watercolor painting, epoxy, clay sculpting, wood burning, wood shaping, digital art,
oh, nice.
and writing, fantasy, sci-fi writing, and then journalism.
Huh,
So yeah, a little bit of a lot of things. So yeah, I would definitely like to come in. Maybe I did a workshop before teaching how to do character designs or come up with character designs. That could be something
nice.
that I would like to do.
Yeah, because we definitely have comic books and coloring books here. That would be really cool, actually. And we have 3D vinyl toys. So he prints the 3D vinyl
Ooh.
toys. So maybe some of your characters can become the vinyl toys.
Oh yeah, I actually have a 3D resin printer myself.
Yeah, he's got an Anycubic. Well, he's got two Anycubics.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I have an Anycubic photon. I can't remember the exact model, but that's really cool. I would like to talk to him about that because it's nice to meet someone else. It would be nice to
Oh
talk to someone
yeah,
else that has one of
he's
those.
he's always yelling at that platen board thing that the stuff is connected to. I don't know anything about it. I just see him yelling at the at it like, why is it not sticking or something?
Oh,
I don't know.
yeah, you gotta be careful because those platforms they got that grid, and if you scrape it up too much, they can have a hard time
Uh-huh.
sticking, and then you gotta from what I understand, you have to possibly get a new platform altogether because it gets so messed
He
up
did
with
that,
time.
and you have to increase the UV light time or
Oh
something. I don't know.
yeah, there's a
That would be
uh,
fun.
there's a device that you can add into your 3D printer that actually heats up the inside of it more so that it
Huh.
prints better. It could be a temperature issue in the area for some reason. It's
Ah.
it's not getting hot
Oh,
enough inside the printer itself. I'll have to talk to him about it. It'd be an interesting
That's
conversation.
true. It is right under the air. It's right under the air vent. That could be it.
That could be it. I would suggest moving it to somewhere where it's not getting as much air or any extra light. Um, and then,
Okay.
yeah. Also, I see. So you guys do airbrush work, right? I
Yes.
will need to talk to him about that because I really want to learn some airbrush.
We're
That's
gonna be teaching airbrushing. Yep, he's gonna be teaching a class on that too. For
oh
models, he's gonna do model class, and he does these things called ball jointed dolls, and he strings them himself. He prints them,
okay.
and then he strings them, and then he paints them, and he can sculpt them. So he uses Blender, and he uses another program that eludes me at the moment, but he can sculpt the face to be whatever he wants. He did for Tasha V, is a local designer here in Shreveport, celebrity designer. She did a doll fashion show, and he created the dolls or some dolls for her fashion show.
Well, that's cool.
So it was one
Yeah,
that looked like her and one that looked like her son.
that's really awesome. I know Brittany Sabazi's a fashion designer, and you're having her in.
Yeah,
Is she
yeah.
gonna? So she's gonna be teaching. Is she gonna be teaching fashion design in general, or the sewing aspect of it?
Well, Tasha's gonna do a sewing class. Brittany is actually partnering with me, and she's helping me by being an independent contractor and actually working one of the days as a instructor. So I have
Oh,
4 instructors who will be here and rotate throughout the week, so that when walk-ins come in, they get to work with them.
that's
So
awesome.
Brittany has Thursday, Jarek has Friday,
Oh,
Jarek Thomas,
yeah, I know
the
Jarek.
author.
Yeah,
Um,
he also does a little tea time. He's one of my
yes,
I call him my podcast buddy. You know, he
yeah.
we're always
So he'll
sharing
be
each
here
other's
this
stuff.
Friday.
That's awesome.
And then we have a couple other people. Mimsy is gonna come through. A young lady
Nice.
named Haley is gonna be here. So just people are just taking a day and kind of helping out, because otherwise I would have to run between both places all day, which would be
I'll
hard
I'll have to
to do.
just I have to come in and visit and see the place and help out
Yeah, please,
where I can
please.
because I'd like to help out too.
That'd be great.
That'd be
That would be
awesome.
great. That would be great.
Um. All
So
right. So
what's
go ahead. I'm curious.
I was gonna say we're gonna do an open house in September, so there'll be a big formal open house for
All
everyone.
right.
For everyone.
Definitely send me that information and I'll make sure that it goes into our article about this. So we can try to get
Oh,
other
great.
people out. Feel free to also I will share it for you also on Facebook, you know.
Thank
How
you.
can people follow you guys on Facebook and get involved?
Oh, so we can be followed at Artworks Classroom
Okay.
or at RudeBoyz Artworks. There's a group page for the Artworks Classroom. There's a business page for Rude Boys, and also our website at RudeBoyz with a Z, Artworks with a S.com.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Is there anything else you would like to say before we're done here?
No, I think we covered everything.
All right, wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, I'm really happy again that I want to see more stuff like this in the city, and I'm glad especially that side of the city needs some attention. So I'm glad that you guys are located in that area.
Yeah,
It's
we'd maybe like to see our council person, maybe do some more formal stuff that maybe we could get homeschool kids in, maybe it could be a place where they bring nursing home
pretty good.
patrons,
Oh,
so they,
that'd be
because
nice.
the
Yeah,
ones that can do activities and stuff and want to do activities, and maybe we might do some quilting or something. We have
yeah,
material here. We have several people who can sew who are here regularly, so I feel like this is a space that can be utilized for the entire community, and we just hope that they utilize the space.
Well, I think that would be a great opportunity for any of the retirement homes to, get everybody together, take a little bus trip just to come do some art. Isn't too hard of a thing to do. I feel like especially if it's closer by or so,
Yeah, yeah.
And art
Yeah,
is
I mean, we're literally in the heart of the city.
Yeah, art is great for especially for the older people to stimulate their mind a little.
Hmm.
I think
Hmm.
it's very beneficial for memory and just the physical tactile touch on something is really healing and
So
beneficial.
we have this thing called a crochet circle that we do once a month. That's free, and people have been coming in. We've experienced older people like in their 70s, 80s, younger people like teenagers, and then everybody in between, all at the same time sitting at the table crocheting or
Oh,
coloring. Because if you can't crochet and you don't want to, you can still come, but you could color. So that's been really amazing. We've been doing that for about a year, and it's been
oh.
super successful. It's small, intimate, like five, six people.
Oh, let me
But
know more about that too. And I can also add that to the article I write for this so people can get
okay,
involved in that. That'd be cool too. All right. Well, thank you so
okay.
much. Thank you so much for
Thank
talking to
you.
me. I've been meaning to talk to you guys for so long, but my every time there was always something stopping me, but I finally found the opportunity now. I was like, yes, finally getting them in.
Yay!
Well,
We're
thank
so excited. We're so loving over here. We just want to love everybody in.
well, thank you so much again. We'll definitely talk in the future. We'll have to catch up in a few months to see the progress on things and how things have been going with your business.
Okay,
All right,
okay. Thanks so much.
no problem. You take
Bye.
care. All right, guys. So that was my interview with Rude Nicola Ballard of Rude Boys Artworks for their artworks classroom. And again, this is over on Joella, across from the Checkers, and it's an older like little historic building that's right there. That's being put to use again, and it's good to see something like that. And it's good to hear that we're getting arts in that underserved area. We need more stuff like that in those areas. I think it's a health. It creates a healthy environment, especially when you're just getting your hands in the art, right? All right. So again, guys, you can also let's see. You can follow me on Facebook as well. At right here, Brittany Hazelton. If you look up Brittany Hazelton or SYSICA, you should be able to find me. Mine would be this one. Will be the one with this interesting photo of me right here. um, Additionally, I post a lot of art related things that are going on. We got my interviews and also uh, my art. So check that out, guys. I sometimes review food in local restaurants. So sometimes I may post pictures of my food that I ate at a restaurant. I know that's so uh, kind of tacky, but I like doing it. I want people to see what a good restaurant has to provide. All right. Additionally, you can find more of my stuff on KSLA.com under podcasts and architects artistry, and you'll find videos and all the articles I write for my interviews. There is also YouTube. You can find architects artistry YouTube playlist under KSLA's YouTube. Roku, Apple, Android, all the streaming apps you can find my interviews on as well. Thank you again, guys, for supporting the local arts in our area. It's cool to see how much things have grown. Let's keep that growth going. Let's support the arts in any way we can, even if it's just sharing the news, and sharing the events and commenting. Remember to comment and let artists know, hey, I love your stuff. Something as little as that, it makes a big difference. And if you really want to make a big difference, buy some art. All right, guys. Take care, and I'll see you Wednesday for a recap on this. And then I'll see you again next Saturday at 12, always Saturday at noon. All right. Bye, guys.